Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Baby Soulja, who was just locked up less than 60 days after being released for a murder. Baby what? Baby who? Baby Soulja is back in jail after only being out less than 60 goddamn days. For those that don't know, the 28-year-old Jacksonville rapper pled guilty to manslaughter in Georgia after a shooting following a nightclub performance. As part of his plea deal, his murder charge was reduced and he was sentenced to 2 years and 5 months in the county jail, followed by over 12 and a half years of probation. His jail time was credited as time served and an order of release from custody was granted. Being that his case was caught in Georgia, Baby Soulja's probation was transferred to his home state of Florida, and you'd think that a rapper who essentially beat a murder case, only having to serve over 2 years incarcerated, would be walking lightly knowing any little mistake could send him back to prison. Well, according to a new arrest report, Baby Soulja apparently could give a fuck less about probation. On April 26, 2022, it was 2:42 in the morning when Palm Beach County sheriffs responded to an apartment in Belgrade, Florida. The 911 operator advised sheriffs of suspicious activity, being that someone was banging on the front door of an apartment on and off for over an hour. Arriving at the scene, the deputy made contact with the apartment owner, who stated she didn't know who was knocking until she heard a male's voice, recognizing it as her daughter's baby daddy, Charles Doles, aka Baby Soulja. She continued saying Baby Soulja was aggressively knocking before he began kicking the door. A be on the lookout alert was issued in the immediate area, and a deputy came across a black SUV occupied by one man who appeared to be drunk, with 2 open bottles of alcohol on the passenger side. The man's driver's license identified him as Charles Doles, aka Baby Soulja, and not only was his speech slurred, but he didn't even know where he was at. During questioning, Soulja became irate, talking loudly and aggressive with the deputy, as the mother confirmed it was him who was knocking on the door. That's when the daughter, Soulja's baby mother, approached the deputy, advising she was battered by him. She stated on April 25th, Soulja asked to visit his son. At first she denied, but Soulja insisted and she gave in. She asked the mother to take the baby outside to meet Soulja, but it was cold, so her mother invited Soulja inside. She said when her mother went to her room, an argument broke out between her and Soulja, in which Soulja snatched her phone out of her hand and struck her in the left eye with a closed fist. His right ring finger had a gold ring which cut her eyebrow and caused her facial swelling. He then grabbed her by her neck, leaving a long scratch. The deputy asked if she was deprived of oxygen or felt she was being strangled, but she said no. The deputy observed the swelling on her face and the scratch on her neck, so he placed Baby Soulja under arrest, charging him with domestic battery, disorderly intoxication, and violating probation. Because of his probation, Baby Soulja is being held within the Palm Beach County Jail without bond. And let me just remind y'all, this man is on a 12-year probation for manslaughter, but nobody should be surprised by the fact he was booked for domestic violence. Within Palm Beach County, Baby Soulja has a history of domestic violence with his baby mother, including the original crime that gave him fame. Vlad TV posted back in 2019 that Baby Soulja was arrested for battery and firing a missile into a dwelling, saying according to an arrest report, he'd been showing off a grenade launcher before firing it off into an unoccupied building. But that arrest report was false, and I highly doubt Vlad's employees even looked into it before posting. According to the actual arrest report, Baby Soulja had grabbed his baby mother by her neck and squeezed as she struggled to free herself before running to a friend's car. That's when Soulja threw a rock through the car window. Cuts from Soulja's fingernails caused his baby mother's neck to bleed, and her uncle will be the one to call 911. These 2 separate incidents are definitely going to be used in court against him as the state pushes for further punishment for the convicted killer, and it isn't clear what that exact punishment could be, other than the fact that his remaining time on probation could be turned into a prison sentence. At the same time, accusations are just that. And with the right representation, Baby Soulja may find himself catching another break and given another opportunity to get it right. Now within the Palm Beach County criminal clerk, there's these 2 incidences of domestic violence and there's 2 others, but you can't access it. I don't know if it's just like the girl was trying to take out a restraining order. I don't know what it is. But this man has a history, a repeated history of domestic violence with the same woman. So obviously whatever relationship they have is toxic, but looking at it from a lawyer's perspective, I don't know why, if they have this type of history, the mother would leave them 2 alone in the same room. That doesn't make sense. And it was at that point in time he allegedly put hands on her. I don't know why a mother would leave her child in the room with the abuser. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just saying there's certain things, like she only recognized his voice. She didn't see him. But then the police had the mother identify him, saying, yeah, that was him that did it. Well, how do you know that? You only heard a voice. You know what I mean? How can you say, yeah, that's him? You didn't see him. So it's kind of weird and things aren't really adding up. But they're going to look at the fact that he has a history of things like this. But more importantly, you're on 12.5 years probation for killing somebody. You took a plea deal. To take a plea deal, you have to admit guilt. You know what I'm saying? You can't come back on the shit after the fact neither. So it's like you admitted to killing the person. You were charged with 2nd-degree murder. It got reduced down to manslaughter. You're a convicted killer, bro. You got 12.5 years probation. You don't want to turn that into a 12.5-year prison sentence, or even if they knock it down half. Because usually when it comes to prison or probation, they're going to give you double the probation. So if you're facing like 7 years in prison, they'll give you like 14 in fucking probation. Shit's crazy. It makes more sense to go to prison, so that way when you get out, you're not going to have nobody over your back watching you. You know what I'm saying? Over your shoulder. Just, you don't feel that paranoia that you can't move how you want to. But for him, taking the plea deal how he took it, you gotta walk lightly, very fucking lightly. And to be getting drunk and getting caught up in a mess like this, it's misdemeanor shit, but they're gonna use it against you. They just want something to end your fucking career. Baby Soulja, his music is good. I fuck with it. Like, he's actually talented. Going back on the first video I did on him, seeing this shit from when he was young as hell, and the progression, this man's whole progression as a rapper is on YouTube. From his first performances, freestyling in bedrooms, to actually performing shows and having professional music videos. It's amazing to see. All of that footage could be put together in a documentary. But you gotta clean up your act. You're only gonna get so many fucking chances. And to be honest with you, to hear that the second the mother left the room, they started arguing, and that wasn't like the mother didn't come running out to see what was going on, it tells me that this shit is most likely the 2 of them butting heads. I don't think it's just completely one-sided, his fault. It sounds like they both go at it. But I'm not trying to say nothing against the girl. I'm just basing my opinion off of the actions of the mother. Because if it was my daughter and I even heard anything about her getting abused, he's not even going to be in the picture. It's not going to happen again. I'm not going to have to worry about that. But let me know y'all thoughts and comments in the comment section. Am I analyzing this correctly? Are y'all looking at it the same way as I am? Or do y'all feel differently? I'm open to any and all opinions. But hey, it's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.